Greetings and salutations, my lovelies. Bardic Kitty here. This week I have a commission to share with you. These two characters belong to two different artists, and I will be linking to their DeviantArt accounts down in the description. So please go and check them out because they're both pretty awesome as well. And the characters here are Lilith and Sebastian, and they are a couple. And how I had it described to me was that they were evil characters who are new to the concept of love, and she wanted them to kind of be lovey-dovey, but also showing their sadistic side as well. And so I thought doing the whole kabedon thing. Kabedon, by the way, is the term in Japanese where a guy pins a girl against the wall, and kabe is the word for wall, and it literally is like dawn is the sound of them like hitting the wall, so it's like, you know, hitting the wall and pinning the girl there. Anyway, randomness aside, so I figured this would be a good pose for them because like he'd be trying to be all suave and like, hey, how's it going, you know, I like you, and meanwhile she's just like, oh, you are so gonna get it later because this is so not cool. So that was kind of my idea, and I did some sketches first, some like a concept sketch for it, and showed it to the commissioner, and she loved the idea. So that's what we went with, and I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out, though there were a couple of places where I probably could have done a little better with the anatomy, but, you know, I reached a point where it's like, okay, short of starting over completely, this is where it's going to be, and she seemed to really enjoy it, so I went ahead and went with it. And sometimes you just have to accept that, you know, next time you can do better, and it still looks good, so that's what matters sometimes. I feel really bad saying that about a piece that somebody commissioned from me, but as a fellow artist, I'm pretty sure she understands that. After all, it can still look great, but as the artist, you see all those tiny little things, those little imperfections, and you are your worst critic, and you're like, this is terrible, even though everybody else says it's good. So sometimes you have to step back from that and not let the perfectionist kind of win, because if that happens, then you'll never get anything done. And like I said, she seemed really happy with it, so hopefully she's still really happy with it after she watches this video. She was a joy to work with, absolutely wonderful. Please do check out her and her friend's artwork as well, because like I said, these characters do not belong to me, and you should check out their owners. So yeah, pretty much just doing my standard stuff, Copic markers on Bristol board, or Bristol paper, I don't know if there's actually a difference, Bristol paper, and then I'll go in with my big fat pit marker thing and my jelly roller for finer lines to do some highlighting after the fact. Also, you'll notice in this video my phone comes into the screen a lot, and I usually try to make sure that doesn't happen, but since I was directly referencing like the colors that the characters were wearing and things like that, while I was working on it, I didn't really think about the fact that it was going to come into shot, but I promise that that's all it is. I'm not like playing on my phone, it's actually referencing what the characters are supposed to look like. That being said, this is video number 22. And coming up for video number 25, I would like to do a suggestion video, so please leave comments with anything that you would like to see me draw. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do it, if it's going to be one large piece, or what I may end up doing instead, if I get a lot of suggestions, is doing like drawing like 3 or 4 and doing like 3 or 4 small pieces for the video. But I would like to make video number 25 a special milestone video that involves my viewers as well. So again, please leave comments about things that you would like to see me draw in the future. I'd be more than happy to do that, and possibly in the future would like to start a suggestion video series as well, but we'll see how that goes. So aside from that, there is always, of course, the links in this, the description that are going to be for all of my various social medias, be it Instagram or Tumblr, although I'm not very active on there, and I'm sorry for that. Facebook is the easiest way to get in touch with me. and of course also a link to my Patreon. For those of you unfamiliar with Patreon, it's a place where you can go and literally become a patron for a creator of some sort. And for a lot of people, it'll be based on either per piece that they create, or in my case, it would be like a monthly basis where you can just not exactly donate, but become a patron of and support me with a donation of so much, or again, I use the word donation, by giving me so much money per month, and you get rewards back for that as thanks for your contributions. And it's kind of like how artists used to have patrons that, you know, would pay for their supplies and their room and board and everything, and allow them to just create art back in, you know, ye old grand days of fine arts. So that's kind of where the term comes from. So for example, one of the things that I did the past week was, while I was working on this, I posted an update on Patreon that included, I think, like 4 different works in progress of this piece to show some of the steps that I was taking with it and show how it was progressing. And, you know, while it wasn't necessarily like first shown there finished, you did get to see how it was progressing, and you got to see that it was coming, and you got to see, you know, different thought processes as it was being worked on. So that's a way for you to get, you know, works in progress and a sneak and as kind of a sneak peek of what I'm working on before the finished thing is released. But also you can see sketchbook pages that I've filled out. I've been doing a lot of studies lately where I've been trying to improve my art and my general knowledge of anatomy a lot lately, and I've been posting a lot of those on the Patreon as well. So these are some different things that you can get, as well as just other general rewards, which I'm probably going to be overhauling soon, because right now they're kind of a mess. But do take a look at that. And yeah, we're getting towards the end of the video, so I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Just don't forget my social medias. Don't forget to check out the artists who these characters belong to. Those links will be in the description as well. And yeah, leave suggestions for what you'd like to see me draw. I would love to do some suggestions, because that would be so much fun. Alright, and I love you all, and I hope you all have a beautiful week, and you take care.